Welcome again, my dear students, to our final revision. In this part, we are going to revise the past tenses. Let's start with the past simple tense. The past simple tense is the second form of the verb. So I want you to remember the past forms of those verbs. Play, played. Fall, fell. Find, found. Speak, spoke. Listen, listened. Build, built. Drink, drank. Found, founded. This verb found in the first conjugation means establish. Go, went. Are, were. Love, it's a regular verb, only add D. Is, was. Perform, a regular verb, you need to add ED. Hold, held, and meet, met. I want you to think of those sentences. Correct the verb in brackets. We visited the museum last week. I want you to change the verb into past simple tense. So it will be, we visited the museum last week. Number 2. The baby drank all his milk. The baby drank all his milk. Number 3. She was here last night. She was here last night. Number 4. We brushed our teeth this morning. We brushed. It's a regular verb like visit. How to make negative? Make these sentences negative. He watched the film. They wrote their homework. They were at home. I want you to note that he watched the film. I used did not and used the main verb or the base form of the main verb. He didn't watch, not he didn't watch it, he didn't watch. The second one, wrote, I used didn't also, they didn't write their homework. Number 3, they were not at home. With verb to be, I don't use did not. I use only not with the verb to be. Let's move to the past continuous tense. I started watching TV at 9. I finished watching TV at 12. So, what was I doing or what were you doing at 10? So, you can answer at 10, I was watching TV. At 10, I was watching TV because I started watching TV at 9 and finished at 12. Look at this situation. What do you expect? I was driving home. What happened? I saw an accident. Was driving and saw. The action that lasted longer than the other is in the past continuous tense. and the other action that interrupted it or cut it, the past simple tense. I can say, while I was driving home, I saw an accident. While I was driving home, I saw an accident. Try to form a sentence. Yeah. While I was watching TV, the phone rang. While I was watching TV, the phone rang. Can you use another pronoun like they? While they were watching TV, the phone rang. While they were watching TV, the phone rang. The first verb in the past continuous tense and the second one is in the past simple tense. Read this example. While I was watching TV, the phone rang. And also I can say the phone rang while I was watching TV. How can you form the past continuous tense? While, you use a time word like while or when, and you have two actions. The action that lasted longer than the other, you put it in the past continuous tense. Subject, was or were plus verb with ing. And the second verb which cut or interrupted, in the past simple tense, you use verb to. Of course, we use was with I, he, she, it. And we use were with you, we, and they. Another past form is the past perfect tense. It's the past of the past. Look at this situation. Sarah went to a party last week. Paul went to the same party too, but they didn't see each other. Sarah went to a party last week. Paul went to the same party too, but they didn't see each other. When Sarah arrived at the party, Paul had gone. When Sarah arrived at the party, Paul had gone home. So, Paul had gone home at 10:30 and Sarah arrived at 11. So, they didn't see each other because an action happened before another action and both of them were in the past. I can form the past perfect tense with using subject, all pronouns with had plus the past participle of the verb. I use had plus verb 3, I mean the third conjugation of the verb, it's the past participle. He had gone home. Had plus the past participle of verb go is gone. Another example. First, we ate at the cafeteria. The second action, we went to class. First we ate and then we went to class. How can we form a sentence for this situation? We spaced at the cafeteria before we spaced to class. The answer is, we had eaten at the cafeteria before we went to class. We had eaten at the cafeteria before we went to class. It means that we had eaten first and then we went to class. The eating preceded the going to class. Another example. When we get home last night, we found out somebody break into our house. When we get home last night, we found out that somebody break into our house. What happened first? When we got home last night, somebody had broken into our house. So somebody came first and had broken into our house, and then we arrived at home. So the first verb that happened in the past is in the past perfect tense, and the second verb that followed it is the past simple tense. Another example, Peter would not want to go to the cinema with us because he see already the film. Peter didn't want to go to the cinema. It's the negative of the past simple tense, using did not with the main verb or with the base form of the verb. Peter didn't want to go to the cinema. Why? Because he had already seen the film. Before he had seen the film, so he didn't want to go with us. Those are the timelines of happening, past simple, past perfect, and past continuous. Past simple is the second conjugation of the verb. Past perfect using had plus past participle, and past continuous using was or were plus verb with in.